A special welcome to our speakers who have come from all over the world to be with us today, Africa, Asia and Latin America. And these are the people who will, I hope, make the day for us, as we come to listen to what they have to say and what they have to share with us as we mark 40 years of Trócaire. That we have survived so long and still remain relevant today is a great tribute to the commitment of people down through the years who have worked in many different roles for Trócaire. But I particularly want to pay tribute today to the people of Ireland, because there would be no Trócaire without the amazing generosity of the people who have sustained us in our work over 40 years. And not just us, but the many other Irish development agencies who are represented here today. And I think all of us need to acknowledge the amazing commitment of Irish people to the poor of the developing world through their support of the agencies, their support to our aid programme. And I think it's only right that we should acknowledge that as we set out to mark our anniversary. I'd also like to pay tribute to our many partners around the world, because without them there would be no work, and that also is essential to how we have gone about our work as Trócaire, and so many of those partners are also here today to share their experience and their insights with us. We gather as the international community begins the process of evaluating the development efforts of the last 15 years, encapsulated in the Millennium Development Goals, and wondering what will come next. The turn of the millennium was a time of great hope and optimism. Certainly in Ireland, the economy was booming, and around the world things looked good, and commitments were entered into, particularly in the Millennium Declaration, which offered a new deal for the world's poor. Well, we needn't dwell too much on what has happened since, but certainly the mood and the reality is very different now than it was in the year 2000. And with the inevitable changes in governments over that period, we have seen new thinking on how development should be done. Perhaps a scepticism or questioning about the model that has prevailed up to now, and new players coming onto the scene, such as foundations, the private sector, and others who are bringing a new perspective about how this process of development, of bringing the developing nations, the emerging nations, into the global economy might be conducted. So we are seeing people talk about inclusive growth as the engine for such a development, and we're seeing on the other side growing inequalities as perhaps the latest manifestation of a new poverty. So these are some of the issues that we face as we come to this conference. We're preparing for the September summit, which will kickstart the process of what will happen next. The high-level panel will report in May on the roadmap for getting to beyond 2015. So we believe it is appropriate that we too should stop and take stock. And for that reason, we've invited leading thinkers and practitioners in development from across the world to come here to help us address the emerging issues that are to be debated. And we will do this today in plenary sessions here in the morning and in the breakout rooms in the afternoon. Now, if you look at your programme, you will see the array of speakers we have, and we can't get them all up here on the stage, needless to say. So the breakout sessions are critical to the success of this conference, because that is where there can be the real interaction, the debate, the discussions, the robust challenging of ideas, whatever it is, that will get real fruits of the thinking and the discussions that will take place today. So if you can stay for the full day, please do so.